December 24, 2024. Why GenAI Analytics, Phil Weiser, next 2026, Governor of Colorado by Marcus Giovanni. Now, when you understand just a regular person's desktop and what they see, they wouldn't see this. This is my Google dashboard, anywhere I log into on any computer. And it gives you ideas of what's missing. And then you have it to where Giavanni, and when you click Giavanni, Colorado Newsline, they're the ones that came out and said that I didn't have enough signatures, and I didn't even hand in my signatures yet for the 2023 Denver mayoral election, to which I wrote as a write-in candidate so that I could still have authority in the conversation, because I took the high road and I sued Paul Lopez, case number 23CV54. I spelled out everything in it, in code and otherwise. AI picked Andrew Luxon as the guy would be the best for what I needed to have done. It lists everything in there, which the judge either didn't read or didn't care, or read it and just didn't believe what he was reading. And when you think about most of the attorneys that come from Stern Law that I've dealt with, or tried to call up to get legal representation, and because they all protect Karen Hubler, the magistrate judge, the epitome of evil. I even wrote a song about her. Denver Magistrate Hubler by Durango Dank. And it's about the actions of, and she fits Karen. She is the perfect Karen, man. Oh my goodness. There's no, I can't even explain it, but I know that she came after me with a vengeance because I embarrassed her during a hearing in front of one of her constituents. It was a judge that totally deflated her and thought I was an attorney and told me that he liked my suit and that how could he help me. That pissed her off, man. She came storming out of the court. I don't know who you think you are. Nobody embarrasses me in front of my constituents. You don't even know who you're fucking with. Oh, damn, Karen, tell me how you really feel. And then she took, and so to me, it was just a matter of her having a client that she had told other people was her worst witness. So, which was my ex. She was the respondent. Not to get too much into my personal life, but this is what these people do. It's happened my whole entire life. Especially when I try to help somebody and they flip it on me, because they don't, it's just the way it works. But I learned to realize why those people do that kind of thing. And I come to realize and create apps that they can't do that anymore. So someone that spreads false information, or they all conspire, whatever it is, if it's not true, you're going to jail. Too many people are crying wolf, and there's no wolf. But what you understand with what we're talking about here is all the same thing. I mean, he's the only one talking about at least trying to create an AI, warns voters of AI created deepfakes. Now, when he says this stuff, I know for a fact that he doesn't know the whole story, and that he's only listening to people that have been telling the same people the same shit for the last 60 fucking years, okay? It doesn't take rocket science, and when you think about computation, it takes its least resistance. It's common sense computer knowledge. Common sense. If you don't have any common sense, get the out of here. And this is why you see this, because now people look, wow, why is his name missing? Go talk to them. Because I'm telling you. So, what happens, since Phil would make the perfect googlegovernor.com, go to that. We offered this over the years to different people that we just took what they said and pattern matched. So, okay, let's see if she do it. Let's see if they'll do it. And they pass it by. And so they don't realize, because in their heads, they're narcissists. And they think that they are the main wherewithal to all things, that they're going to end up telling people that they can do when they really can't do it. And then when they get shown up by somebody else, then they're forced to do an endorsement of a candidate that they said was all these bad things. Which people can change their mind when there's only a few people, and that's politics. Like J.D. Vance. He said some pretty mean stuff to Trump. But see, real men can come together, and that's what makes AI, GenAI, that is the tyrannical beast that feeds off the emotions and habits and locations and email, everything. And that's called GenAI. And so whenever anybody talks about AI and GenAI, what part are you talking about? Now, he's talking about AI created content that would make a voter, through misinformation that it's not real, to change that voter's thinking. Now, most voters, okay, you got to be talking about people that are over 50 that don't know anything about, because those people that could claim, well, I don't know anything about, like you hear those people in the House and Senate, I don't know anything about that internet, I'll let my grandkids do it. Other countries hear that and go, God, them, those morons, social morons. And that's what Ritter's going to do. He's going to bring law and order, because common sense tells you we need law and order. And all we have seen, and I pattern matched it, if I was in front of a judge, but if a judge crooked, like Magistrate Hubler and Hood, Judge Hood, who thought he could be on the Supreme Court and slap Trump's name off the ballot, they got bitch slapped hard. They don't even know. Those ramifications aren't even coming. They're not going to come to Colorado to go. I've seen them, man. And these people think they know, and it's going to happen when it's too late. And the social credit system drops, and the rankings, and all these senators and all these people listening to guys like Gary Marcus, who can't even tie his tie in front of sitting at the Senate. So he'd probably go to court like that, and I guarantee you the court would tell him, dude, fix your tie. You look like you just crawled out of bed. And he did. He looked like he just crawled out of bed. Because in his head, he doesn't have to do anything to nobody, because he's a skeptic. And how far does skepticism get any project? You got to have them. And not on the team. But his skepticism and his AI bubble burst since 2012 and getting people to write them, and he just takes different parts of their stuff like I did. That's why when you Google search outdated Gary Marcus, look at the videos. I just barely started. I'm waiting for stuff to catch up. I'm waiting for those stories to catch up, because he's outdated. And so when you understand that Google already's combating deep fake, so was YouTube. And I know that for a fact, because we had a few clients that we pushed their accounts to where they knew they were going to sacrifice them to what would constitute spam or anything like. We never created any deep fake stuff. But if you use those lines along with some other things that they're talking about now, then what we do, and then most of that stuff comes in emails. And most people that are young, they don't click on this stuff anyways. I know, I listen to my children. They're now in their 20s. But they went through Denver Public Schools, the most corrupt group of administrators that don't know their asses from the hole in the ground. They don't pay their teachers. They all make good money. And the people that don't have any merit or ability, oh, they got a degree, but no experience, no merits or ability into what their jobs description needs for meta tags that would allow them to even talk. But since it's the First Amendment right, and our Second Amendment right is what protects the First Amendment and every amendment after, number 2. Don't forget that. So this last election, the young people came out and they spoke. They want law, they want order. They're not going to be told by anybody, not even Obama. So the Democrats, they haven't realized this, but their media people and Hillary Clinton and all these people that are still talking the same bullshit from 2015, and then you go through all the years, that stuff hasn't even, it's like a 10-year before it even gets to the crap, because you have so many people coming out of the closet regurgitating the words they said. Oh, here's the facts. All CNN and all those Warner Brothers had Taylor Swift come out. She doesn't even know. Just because she was trying to influence, and her parents made it stop. This advanced GenAI, it can't be stopped, folks. And it's for the better, believe me. Because it just boxed up all, and I've been boxing up candidates for a long time. For politicians to learn, dude, if you can't do what you're saying, and if you're going to, like Mike Johnston, he never talked about AI. Not in the way that I do it. Now he figured he'd wait till after the election and I'd just blow away, because that's a narcissist. He thinks because he's an attorney and he has education that I'm just some spick. That I'm just some Puerto Rican, indigenous, Taino Indian, Iberian, West Nigerian. Adopted in a very strict Irish Roman Catholic Republican. I don't know if he's Irish. I don't know what his gift is, but it's bullshit. That's all I could tell you. And if I got a chance to debate him, I would twist him up. And people, just like I almost did what I did to Hancock in front of about a few hundred people. And people were like, wow, where did you come from? Yeah, man. I come from a higher authority. Believe it or not. See, in this next election, Colorado doesn't want to see a D, doesn't want to hear